our funded trader, Dan from England. Dan has been doing very well on this trading journey, full of ups and downs, and he's here to share his background, trading experience, and lessons learned. Welcome to the show, Dan. How are you doing?
Hi Sam, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm doing well. Looking forward to this chat. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great to have you here. I'm doing very well, thank you. But let's just get straight into it. So, would you like to start with talking about yourself and your background?
Yeah, sure. I'm a commerce graduate and I started
Nice.
trading a few years back now. But it's my major source of income.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's amazing to hear. So, how did you start trading? Did you use your own equity earlier?
Yeah, so my trading journey started in 2017,
Hmm.
18, mostly with trade small caps. And then I got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But you can guess what? COVID happened and
Mm.
it hit me bad. I like lost all that I'd made plus more, and I lost my job at the time as well.
Wow. That must have been a pretty rough patch.
Yeah, it was a rough patch and probably
Yeah.
like the worst in my life. I didn't touch the markets for like 4 to 5 months, but being stuck at home alone, I started learning about Forex trading, and
Yeah.
um, it's a lot more exciting than stock market trading.
Yeah.
Mostly for many reasons, but like for mostly because there's such a high complexity of economic fundamentals that drive the currency
Sure.
markets. And oh, sorry.
I guess like the immense trading power due to leverage.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so you started with a forex broker?
Yeah, I started with a funded account from IC Markets. Am I allowed to say their name?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Um, yeah, and I was trading with my own money, and then I learned about FTMO and
Mm.
MFF, and I learned about this whole new world of prop trading, which is a beautiful way to trade, by the
Yeah.
way. I risk your own money. I risk your money, and I take most of the
Our money, yeah.
profits. But anyway, yeah, like it started. It was a slow journey at first. I lost about 10 to 12 of my first challenges
Mhm.
and burned about three funded accounts. But now I'm on an account with you guys for the past 2 months. I've had three payouts so far, and next week I'm waiting on a 22,000 payout.
Wow.
Most importantly, I'm just a lot more confident with my
Sure.
trading now.
That's really interesting. So, how did you evolve in trading?
Yeah, I started off with just reading fundamentals of market knowledge online, courses online.
Yeah.
And then when I got more confident, I went onto YouTube, watched videos, and started learning more about technical indicators and
Mm.
analysis. And once I'd like improved my trading skills, back tested strategies of technical analysis, I've moved on now to GBP JPY,
Okay.
and just started learning more about that.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. It's good to have expertise just around one pair and just become an expert in it, you know? Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, indeed, it's all about practice and patience. So let's talk about your trading strategies. You mentioned earlier that you focus on technical analysis. What's your go-to trading strategy when you're, tackling these challenges?
Sure. Yeah, it's pretty simple to be honest. I mostly focus on price action trading.
Hmm.
I locate support and resistance levels. I use a bit of Fibonacci retracement to catch pullbacks in the
Nice.
trending markets. Um, and then I use candlestick engulfing candlestick patterns, such
Yeah.
as engulfing candlesticks and pin bars. But the main thing I focus on is risk management. I don't want to risk more than 1 to 2% of my funded account per trade,
Yeah.
especially during the challenge phase.
That's solid. Now, we all know trading can be emotional, especially when you're trying to pass a challenge. How do you manage your mindset during those really stressful moments?
Yeah, for most of it, it's half the battle is the mental game.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I would get pretty reckless, and I was chasing profits and letting
Yeah.
my emotions get the best of me. But I quickly learned that the market doesn't care about your feelings, and I learned to stick to a plan, develop a routine, and if I got frustrated, I would step back from the screen and take a break.
Yeah.
Like the worst thing you can do is try and win back the money through revenge
Mm,
trading on the next challenge.
mm. Yeah, definitely. That revenge trading mindset can be dangerous. Which trading sessions do you usually trade in?
Um, I tend to do the London session because
Nice.
it's more active and the working hours are better for me.
Yeah.
When it's really active, I use the New York session. But yeah, the London one has more volatility and means the liquidity is higher.
Yeah.
I tend to stay away from the Asian session, to be honest.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I'm a London session trader myself. So what account sizes have you handled in your prop trading journey?
I've had different accounts in the past. I started off with $10,000,
Nice.
and once I got confident with that, I moved to 50,000,
Hmm.
and then after that, I got comfortable with 100K. But the bigger the account, the more discipline you have to have.
Yeah.
Um, the losses can really build up if you're not careful.
Sure. Wow. I mean, 100K account is seriously good. Have you ever had any major failures during those challenges?
Definitely. On my first two-step challenge, I was doing fine in the first phase. I got a bit overconfident and thought I had it in the bag. I started over trading and forcing trades that just weren't there. It definitely taught me to stick to a plan and not let my ego get in the way.
Yeah, that's tough. But I guess those failures, they make you stronger, right? And after that experience, how did you adjust your strategy for the next challenge?
Yeah, in the next challenge, I just stopped forcing trades.
Yeah,
I think I was taking trades that just weren't there.
yeah,
I learned to be way more selective, and I reduced the number of trades I would take, but and focus on like quality setups.
mm,
The main thing is again is risk management. Like focus on steady, consistent profits instead of
yeah,
going for these big wins.
yeah. No, I like that. I mean, consistency over big wins, right? Speaking of which, once you passed and got funded, did your approach to trading change at all?
Yeah, once I got a funded account, it was less about chasing profits, but securing payouts.
Yeah,
Um, I tend to now to try and be consistent and protect my funded account instead of
yeah.
swinging for these big fences all the time.
I can imagine. I mean, it's all about longevity in the game, right? Do you have any specific rules you follow, especially during periods of like high volatility, for example?
Yeah, when volatility spikes, I usually cut my positions by half, maybe more.
Okay.
I use the ATR, which the
Hmm.
average true range to gauge volatility in the
Yeah.
markets. And if the market's really moving, I cut my stop loss, widen my stop losses,
Yeah.
um, and reduce my risk per trade. But if there's a major news event, I just sit it out. Like I don't want to be caught up in
No.
some unnecessary whipsaws.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a smart approach. Let's talk about failures again. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the learning process, right? So, what was one of the biggest lessons from failing a challenge?
My biggest lesson, I think, was just not to overtrade. I was trying to force trades that just weren't there.
Mm.
It's better to stick to a plan and follow through with it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you've got to be in full control. And just one last question, Dan. How do you keep improving as a trader? Do you have any routines or resources you rely on?
Yeah, I'm always learning, reading online. I use videos,
Hmm.
webinars, I meet coaches, and keep up to date with market news. Um, and the main thing I do though is just review my own trades. I keep a journal and I keep track
Ah,
of
very
everything
good.
from winnings to
Yeah,
losses, and everything in between. And I analyze these every week and see where I can improve. that's where like the real learning happens.
Yeah, that's awesome. Such invaluable sharing. And thanks so much for sharing your journey with us, Dan. I think a lot of traders will pick up some invaluable tips along the way. Your advice about, developing expertise in some pairs, using indicators, writing journals, back testing, all that. It's all so, so important.
Yeah, thank you. It's been so good talking to you, and I still feel like I'm still learning. But I hope to talk to you more in the future.
Yeah, and I hope you become Alpha Prime super soon and be back again with us here.
That's the dream and the goal.
Amazing, amazing, Dan. I'm confident you will achieve that. So I wish you all the best, and thank you again for joining us today. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Hola Trader Stories. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with more stories and insights from traders all around the world. So until next time, see you again soon. Bye-bye.